Hello there, everybody. Without further ado, my best friend here will be reviewing Dragon Quest Heroes on the PlayStation 4. I do hope you enjoy it. Thank you, my blue crown wearing on a budget friend. With that being said, let's get this review started. Dragon Quest. With Dragon Quest, I heard about the series. But I never really played it. But I know of the series, and I know the art is done by the artist is done by none other than legendary artist Akira Toriyama. Now, if you're living on a rock and don't know who that is, that's the same guy who did the art for, you guessed it, Dragon Ball Z, which also did a review of one of the games that came out for Xenoverse, which you should check out after seeing this video. But again, on topic, getting a little off topic. But this one is a bit different. It's not your typical RPG, it's not your typical RPG game like how it traditionally is. It's a Dynasty Warriors hack and slash adventure game that's just gorgeous, over the top, and just has great action. But before I show you the action stuff, I'm going to show you with the footage that you're going to see here is you're inside this ship, and you go around. You go around, like, you get different quests and stuff. For example, you go to a lady here, and you collect these coins to for example, how many monsters you've slain. For example, you kill like 100 monsters, you get these set amount of coins. So like the rewards, it depends. Sometimes you get 5, sometimes you get 10, 15. Depends it depends like how many times you kill the monster and what type of monster it is. I believe the bigger the monster is, the more gold coins you get. And one next lady is a person that does side quests. And the side quest for the main story. You pick the mission and you say, hey, these monsters are attacking my city, kill 100 slime monsters. You do that, you bring it back to her, and then of course when you get all the stuff that you need, she'll
well done. Take care.
do the clap. She'll clap for you and say congratulations. And sometimes it's medal, money, maybe an alternate costume for a character. Different things. The rewards depend. It depends on the reward, but it's always something different. And then on the other side, is this guy with a helmet. He was where you buy your sword, shields, all your weapons for each character, and of course the person next to the armor guy is this lady who you use to buy defensive stuff, so you can take more damage and stuff. And right now I'm gonna walk to this room with my character. Now I'll be showing some footage of my character walking to this room where you see all these cast of characters, and you go and talk to this lady, this beautiful looking lady, and you see all the cast of characters, and each character is from different Fire Emblem.
Time to tip the scales.
Excuse me, Dragon Quest games. Sorry, the new Fire Emblem games on my mind is coming up pretty soon, but that's another thing for another time. Let's focus on why we're here, Dragon Quest. And you see all these characters from all the Dragon Quest universe. The only ones I recognize is the one with the ponytails and the guy from this dude with the spikes in his head. I know they're from Dragon Quest 7. I've seen reviews of that, and I've seen that around, so I know where they're from. But everyone else is like, I have no idea. But of course, the main character I'm walking around with, and the blonde one that's next to me are original characters made for this game. But let me get a little bit into the story. But the story is about somehow in this world in Dragon Quest, I guess you come up with a spell to make it where monsters and people live in harmony. No longer fighting. They're working together. You see these giant like golem monsters giving in the cutscene. That's when you start the game. You see them like it's kind of like a festival going on, and you see a monster giving balloons, and it's just happiness and all that happy-go-lucky stuff. But then all of a sudden, this evil like matador, evil-looking Spanish dude, which will be on the thumbnail. He's like the guy that like breaks the spell of this, and thus so the monsters and people being in harmony, fighting against each other, thus causing a big war. And it's gotten so bad that somehow which I don't think is ever explained, but somehow like I guess characters from the different Dragon Quest, characters from different timelines of the universe of Dragon Quest somehow get into the main character's world and help you out in the fight. You get each one as the story progresses. You get them all. You don't get them all right away, but as the more you play story mode, the more you'll get each character as it goes along. So yes, your job, and he's ultimately it's a typical everyday story. It's nothing deep or oh my god plot twist. It's just a guy that wants to feed off the chaos of these monsters to bring back this evil dragon overlord to basically take over the world. Typical stuff you've seen before, nothing special. But what makes it special is the combat. The combat is phenomenal. As you can see here, it's a hack and slash adventure. If those of you who played Hyrule Warriors, you'll feel right at home. It's a great game. It's a lot of fun. It's really really beautiful too. And in fact, at times the battles can get really 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 chaotic. Like there's so much shit being thrown on the screen, but yet the frame rate surprisingly holds up really well. Not once, not even once, the entire game the entire time I played this game, the frames dropped at all. So it was really, it was really built from the handle of the PS. And sure the horsepower of the PS4 because it never dropped for me, not even once. It was like consistent. You know what I'm saying? I remember back when when I was playing Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, like when there was like so many enemies on the screen because there's one part when I was heading towards the final boss of that game. Your character Ryu kind of climbed his stairs, and there's like a whole bunch of ninjas, and like it was on 360, and it would chug. No, I mean it was like chug. It was like I thought at one point it was gonna freeze. It didn't, but like it was really struggling to keep up because there was like a lot of characters on screen. But here it can do that and then some on Dragon with this game without building a sweat. But though to be fair, Ninja Gaiden's not known for having big open battles like that. I mean, with a whole bunch of enemies anyway. But that's another game for another time. But I'm just giving an example how, in terms of technology, how we advance forward, and how now we could throw like a whole bunch of stuff on the screen and the system can handle it just fine. It's really amazing. And you can really tell it's done by Akira Toriyama. I mean, the way the monsters look and how the main characters look, it's just like wow. It's just you can't deny it's a Akira Toriyama game. It's just the graphics is just beautifully well done. It's just fantastic. It's just so beautiful, and of course the combat is just so much fun. It's just a lot of fun. And also you press R2, which is that you can okay. The good thing you can be in free. Unlike with Hyrule Warriors, where you're stuck with one character, you could be any of the three other characters. You could be any other character you want that's with you. You get up to like 4 people to bring with you. But here's a word of warning though. When you start the game, you start with the brown-haired guy and the blonde girl, and you can only choose one. Well, you can choose one of them to start with. And once you choose which one you want to be, you cannot switch that character out. You can switch the other one and switch in and out with any other characters you want, but the one you choose cannot be switched out because he's got to be there for the main story and it's important and all that stuff for the main story and plot and stuff. But so yeah, there's that. Also, you can name these characters. That's a cool thing about them. That's why I didn't get their names because you can name them whatever you want them to be. I mean, you can tell them let's call them the children of the light because that's what they are. Because they were like born to stop this evil Spanish. He was like Spanish, like Matador looking guy from releasing his evil dragon lord from taking over the world. So like that's what they call them. The children of the light or light of something. But I know they're lights. Children, I know that light something, but I know that's like what he calls them and stuff. And so the combat's really really great. But before I continue, of course with every Dynasty Warriors type of game, at least most of them that I'm aware of have co-op. You and a friend can couch co-op and and play side to side together. Unfortunately, sadly, this game has no co-op, and that really shocked me. Because I thought, wow, Dragon Quest game, I can buy this and I could co-op with my friend, and turns out there's no co-op, which is like I guess one of the negatives I could think about this game, and like it's like why? I mean, like other like Dynasty Warrior like type games have co-op, and granted maybe the frames may dip, but it's good to play with somebody, and not for nothing. Even though the game is built to where you can handle it by yourself, for example, you get these like you see little tokens, and you can pick them up, and like you can summon monsters to help you to ease up on the battle. But unfortunately, they can't follow you everywhere. So once you summon that monster, they're staying in that spot you summon them at. So unfortunately, once you summon them, they're not gonna like follow you. That's the bad part. But at the same time, there's certain missions you got like do protecting and protecting quests. Now I know you sound, oh my god, I got protect shit. This is gonna be hard. Actually, the AI is pretty smart. Like if you ever protect like an old lady or old person, if they sense danger, don't move back or try to go away from it. And of course, you can like and it's kind of good that they don't move. So that way, since your monsters don't move too much from the little area you summon them from, they can stand. You can put like a line and have them protect the person you're protecting, thus you can like kill these monsters. Because how it works, and somebody just have like a portal, keep coming out, so you like kill the wizard that's keep bringing these monsters out through this portal, and so that way while you're doing that, you can your monsters can protect the person you need to keep alive. But also but like let's say for example they're dying, and because there's because there's huge monsters in this game, like really really huge monsters in this game, and like let's say for example you want to get there right away because they're kind of getting slaughtered, because you can see like a little health bar on the bottom screen is a little health bar, like how they're doing and stuff. And also there's like little square slots that show you how many you can summon at a time. But some you can't summon. Some you can do like you just do one attack and disappear. But if you want to know which ones you keep, they'll have like a little knight helmet symbol on them. I mean you can they'll stay there, but they don't. They're like a quick one and done, one attack and they're gone, kind of like people. So there's those two. So be careful with that as well. So there's one thing you press you go to, which is you get way later on the game, but it does help. You press hold down X and you get this like little stone thing, and you got like absorb it, and like you can go high, and then you press like I think R2 and X and you go high in the air, and you pick for example, let's say it's up northeast is where like the trouble's at. You go there, bam, and go right into the action to where the trouble's at, so you can quickly dispatch it. Though again, if it was co-op, you can have like, okay, I'll go destroy 2 of the portals. You stay here and guard the person, because it kind of gets annoying sometimes that because sometimes even though the AI is pretty competent for the most part, but sometimes I kind of wish you could direct it to like have them stay to protect this person or to protect this thing from being destroyed, so that way so that way the mission can move more smoothly. I just that's something I wish it was co-op, but you'll get but the good thing about this game, and I give it this because of the fact that there's no co-op, it is fair. So like, for example, if you, let's say for God forbid you fail the mission, right? What they'll do is they'll have it to where, hey, listen, if you say yes, you can keep the goal that you got and keep the experience you got. So eventually you can keep at it until you finally beat it. So, and also you keep the experience and the amount of gold you get. So it's not like you lose. I'm sorry, you lose everything. Too bad. Start over. You get no gold and no experience. So at least it's fair from that aspect. But at the same time, I really, really, really wish they put co-op. I really did. But who knows? Hopefully this game sells well. Maybe in the future they'll do that. But it remains to be seen. And I'm pretty sure it did well. I mean, Dragon Quest is a huge game, especially in Japan, because Japan that's like our Fallout 4 in Japan. Because man, I mean, the world stops in Japan when Dragon Quest comes out. And why I say that? Because when Fallout came out in the States, like there was like a chart of Pornhub, and it just went down like that because everyone was playing Fallout. So that's the best thing I can compare it to. But but like going back to like the art design of the enemies, they're like freakishly weird. Like you see golems sticking out their tongues, looking all crazy. You see these crazy looking skeleton things. The monsters and stuff are really well detailed, and they're pretty cool. So again, just going back to the art, it's really fantastic. It's something that's it's really 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 awesome. And of course I love the world map. It's you know you go out, you pick what you want, which one you want to do, whether it's like side questing or there's doing side quests or or doing main missions. You can do whatever you want. Oh, the cool thing about it, like let's say for example, even though you keep experience and the goal will be like, man, these missions are getting hard. What you can do is you go back to these different missions. Go back to the map. Do these hero, noble, and other these like these little like these slot like these kind of like missions where you just mindlessly kill monsters. So that way you can like build up your experience. So that to build up the experience. So that way when you go back to the story mission, you can you have a better chance in beating that level and stuff. But but for the most part, like, in terms of protecting and for people or structures, it's simple. Most of it's just like kill this monster, get here, do this, survive. It's pretty simple, fair weather stuff for the most part. But towards the end, it gets pretty dickish. And there's this one part where you gotta do a escort mission, and unfortunately, this is where they fuck up, because the best to describe it. Unfortunately, I don't have footage for it, but I'll describe it the best I can. You got first how it starts. You got to protect this lady. Make sure you kill the monsters, clear a path so you can get to the castle. Then you got to go down to a dungeon, save another guy so you won't get killed. Then you find a husband who is all on the other side of La La Land. Save him, kill the monsters, and he's like, oh, my wife's missing. But you got to go all around the map fighting tough ass monsters, mind you, to find his wife. And luckily, we did find his wife, and then go all the way back, and then there's more monsters waiting in front to where the safety's at. I mean, I did it on the first try, but there could have been so many things that could have gone wrong, and it was just really bad. And again, going back, I mean, I know I keep repeating myself, but I just really wish there was co-op there, so that way you can strategize better. Because sometimes, like I said, the AI is pretty it's pretty good for the most part, but sometimes AI is only so much you can do. It can be DTD. So it's only so much you can do with AI. Where without a friend, I can direct them, hey, do this, do that for me. You know what I'm saying? And I think another problem with the game, besides no co-op, in the bottom, I want to say the bottom left, there's like a leaf thing. And for example, if your character falls, you go to them, press X, you can revive them. You can only carry up to 4 of those. I kind of wish you could like buy more, because sometimes the missions can get really really hard. And though of course, like I said, if you properly train your character and level them up, there shouldn't be a problem. But still, it kind of helps. I kind of wish you can do that. And also he's healing. I know there's like these healing things, these stone things you get, but it never really explained like how to use them. And even when I figure out when to use these healing stone things, they don't heal a whole lot. And his word slime thing, and the slime character you saw in my intro, I mean, he'll sometimes randomly heal you, but I kind of wish you could command him and say, hey, heal me. I know, and have like a little like thing, like a little like clock to where you can't use it for a certain amount of time, and then of course it's to kind of strategize when to use it. But those are my other minor complaints about that. I kind of wish you could get more things to revive yourself, more potions to heal yourself in battle, because I mean, granted, there's pots you can smash and you can get things to get attack boosts and get these little grass things to heal yourself, but they're kind of few far in between. But luckily, most of the game is really well balanced. So it's not like, oh my god, it's you won't feel like, you won't feel like the agony of the toughness of those flaws until towards the end. But even then, despite those flaws, it's still a great game. I had so much fun with it, and I'm willing to check out the RPGs that's going to come out for the 3DS. In fact, I think there's 2 remakes. I don't know. I know one of them is 7. I believe the other one's 6. I could be wrong. That's being remastered and coming. That's going on the 3DS, and I believe it's coming here to the West. So I might give them a look, especially 7. I know 7 has gotten like massive praise. Then again, it could be 6. I don't know which one it was, but I know it's the one with the guys a blue shirt, a hoodie. That Dragon Quest game, because that one was everyone was talking about that one. It was on PS2. Um, it's the one, like I said, the one with the spiky guy and the girl with the orange ponytail. I know they're from that same game. So whatever number they're on, that's the one I'm buying it when it comes to the States. But like I said, combat's fun and all that stuff. Oh yeah, now I remember. I'm glad we're gonna get to combat the specials. So at one point, on the next to your character's head, there's like a bar, and it slowly builds up. You can do like an ultimate special because you do like for example, your character can do like wind attack, a fire attack. Sometimes you can do a lightning attack, and you press hold circle, you can like charge it up, so that way you can like do a bam, you can like do a hard lightning attack, to really damage it. But of course, it wastes MP as well. It's a lot of MP, but it does like massive damage. But of course, you keep hitting him. The character, then your gauge goes, and you go like I guess you could say Super Saiyan, because the main character, both the way the main guy carries hair spike up like a Super Saiyan, and it looks cool. It look all purple, and like they start attacking, and like you can do infinite magic attack, but eventually. Eventually, once you run out, or if you press circle, you can do like their ultimate attack. Both the guy and the girls are the same slash attack. But others, there's different ones. There's ones where you can summon a giant dragon or a giant tiger, whatever. And these things do massive damage, and they really help you out. For example, you're getting like claustrophobic, and you like need to get some room you need some like breathing room, so that way to create yourself space. That's one of those like get out of jail free cards kind of thing. You can just go bam and get yourself out of the situation, and it's really cool when you see like a special just hitting just rows of people you see flying, and you see like the number of damage they're doing to them. It's so awesome. It's so cool. And again, when you do those specials, again the game does not chug at all. It runs it smoothly from start to finish. That's another thing. They built this game up from the ground up. I can tell, because this game really has like no chugging. It's like really a really smooth game, and it's a lot of fun, and great side quests, and the characters are fun. Though there's an option though. Before you start, there's you can listen to the Weeaboo Japanese version, but please do yourself a favor, go listen to the English version. Because even though like, most of it's done by European actors, some American, but they do a really, really good job. Though one of them, unfortunately, it's this girl that has like the pony hat, and she's kind of like the fisticuff character. Her accent is like really thick, and I can barely understand her. Heck, my friend who edits my friend Coop who edits these videos can barely understand her at all. And I kind of feel like I'm like her translator or something, because she's like speaking like a really high voice and like that, but like really more thick and where you can't understand. But like,
Flying vessel is so much incredible, and with so much greater speed than boarding old balloons. Huh? So you've flown in a hot air balloon before then, have you? Mm-hmm. But it was a cramped and unspacious experience. Such gaieties as this were entirely not possible.
English, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
Other than that, though, well, she's still great, and she's a great character to use, and she's one of my favorites. But other than that, the voice cast is just really fantastic, really well done cast of characters. You care for all of them, and they have their own personalities, and I just love each character. And also, I like them so much. I can't wait to try their individual games, and can't wait to see them shine. Or wait to see. I can't wait to see them shine in their own adventures when I ever get the chance to. But again, it's like the combat is fun. It's a simple hack and slash adventure game. It's just a great game. It's a great game. I highly recommend picking this game up, because it's so much fun. And like, I mean, granted, like I said, I wish there was co-op, and in some missions toward the end get a little bit on the annoying side, but overall, you can if you look past that, you can have a really enjoyable experience with this game. It's a lot of fun. But overall, it's a fantastic game. It's a fantastic series. I guess I never played any RPGs, but like for a first impression of this series, it's really, really great. Again, I know I keep repeating myself. I wish it was co-op, but I guess again, maybe in the future. But is it worth picking up? Hell yes. It's a lot of fun. Go pick it up. It's totally worth the money. I highly recommend it. It's great. Get it, whatever. I mean, I'm sure it's maybe cheaper right now. I'm not sure, but even if it's not, get it. It's worth every money. It's worth your money because also the game is long. Because I clocked in like a little bit over 30 hours. So you get your money's worth of this game. It's not like a simple 8-hour hacking slash you're done. No, it's around 30 hours, maybe even more. Because there's even some side quests that I didn't even get to finish and stuff. So there's still more to see and do, and also there's DLC as well. I believe they get a character, but I'm pretty sure you can like side quests and stuff and whatnot. But again, overall, get this game. I highly recommend it. It's a must-have for your PS4 collection. Go get it, and it's a great hack and slash adventure game. All right, guys, this is Rocket Lake signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon.